Can you use a commonplace notebook as a writing journal or diary? Hey everyone, it is Estella. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and kind of show you my commonplace notebook, what she's looking like, how thick she is. This is a very, very thick little notebook. I cannot believe how thick she is. I even added like another booklet here, and I'll talk about that during the video. But it is so thick compared to like my moleskin, and my moleskin's getting there too. It's still such a thick planner, and I played around with just kind of using this commonplace book for everything. And I literally love finding pages and going back to what I was thinking, what I was feeling, what I was watching. And one of the things that I love about this is, can you use it as a writing journal, right? Or a diary? And you can, because it's so multifaceted. Like right here, this is a good example, right? I had like a mind mapping activity, like how to do it. And then I did a mind mapping activity here of something that I wanted in terms of a new career direction, and really just talking about how that would look for me and what was really, really important, like flexibility, personal boundaries, work-life balance, right? Financial security, things like that. So these are all things that are really important. And it led me to ideas, right? Just ideas of what I want. And then as I started going more and more into the writing process of what I was thinking and feeling and watching and doing, I started realizing that I started writing more blurbs about the personal thoughts that I was having. But not only that, it's like momentary thoughts, like thoughts that were occurring at that specific moment or a specific time, or through a difficult situation, or if my emotions are up or down. I have been writing just things. And the thing is, it's like when I look at it, it's to me, it's like almost entries of what is happening in my life. And these entries can be for just personal reasons, or just keeping a diary, or just developing your writing. Sometimes I find it very hard to find the right words to explain things. And for me, when I write things down and I start processing these feelings, I'm able to kind of really break that down and go more in depth into what I am doing with my actual commonplace notebook and how it's used. So for me, I also take a lot of excerpts from writings or something that I'm reading, and I will include it in here. Now, I know, this technically everyone who puts things on social media, their handwriting, their page is beautiful. Everything is like very aesthetic. For me, this book is the way I have it organized. Yes, it's pretty, but I'm not really worried about it looking pretty, if that makes sense, or the aesthetics of how my writing appears on a page. I really am not. Like, there are pages here that I wasn't really thrilled with, but I kept them because for me, it's just kind of going through this creative process and this creative flow of what I like on my page, or how I want my writing to be represented, or what am I doing with the specific particular piece. There's times that I write in three words or 4 lines, and it's literally like a quick little poem, right? Or a quick little, just kind of memoir of the day. And that's what I look at this book like. It's a little memoir of my life. And when I look through pages and I look through different types of kind of like illustrations or stickers or things that are happening in my book, I'm able to take inspiration from that. This was definitely inspired by the little baby animals that are currently just kind of walking around in the neighborhood. We're at the end of July. We're going into August. I cannot believe that. And we have these little animals that are like growing up. So there's a lot of like little nature aspects, right? Because when you think of spring and summer, you think of new life. You think of, baby animals. You think of everything floral and green. So it's very much an interpretation of my current life at the current stage it is. Sometimes, just kind of doing things mundanely and kind of feeling a certain way. I want to make sure I incorporated that. And last weekend, I really was into my notebooks. I literally had my desk like this, like my book, my notebooks, and then I had like little ephemera sticking out, just like kind of like I do now. And it's just here. And it really is my happy place. And this morning I was just so happy with how I was creating. So I wanted to share with you a recent purchase that I have, but I'm just making sure that is sticking. So as you can see, I have a color wheel here. This I got from Michael's, and I just wanted to see if they had a watercolor set, a traveling one. I really got inspired by Lindsay Scribbles, and I just liked that she was incorporating some watercolor. And as a kid, I always loved watercolors. So I was like, let me see if I could just kind of get a small kit. And what I ended up doing was getting this kit right here, which is Winsor and Newton. And the brush is super tiny. Of course, this is already like sticking at the top. You could tell I definitely used this yesterday. I was like playing around with it. But I have like all these beautiful colors in here. And I went ahead and kind of drew my desk, and I'm already getting it decorated for fall. So I have like a little pumpkin that I don't know if you can see here. This is like a pumpkin. I already have my Halloween cup here. And this kind of totally reminds me of me, like being at my desk is my happy place. And then I have like this new kind of little portrait that I purchased yesterday from Home Goods, and it was so beautiful. It was, of course, reminiscent of this, and I will try to show you all a picture later, but I was just so happy with how this came out. And the thing is, I drew the sketches first because I was so afraid of messing up kind of just painting freehand. So I wanted to make sure I captured my desk, the color. I think I did it a little too dark, and then my new painting. And then this is supposed to be representative of me. And then right here, you know, this is just like, oh, look, you could see what's happening. You could see what's going on. And I wanted to like include a flower here. So it kind of makes it very see-through, but at the same time, you could still flip it over and see what's going on. So I absolutely love that. You know, kind of me right now literally trying to find like the perfect bookcase to put my books in, and as well as kind of like picturing what my perfect morning is, which is having my coffee and all my notebooks and just really incorporating reading and writing. Then I have here, hey there pumpkin, and I really wanted a little space because I want to kind of like write what's going on now with the new kind of seasonal pattern changes. I don't know if you all are having those. I'm pretty sure we all are, but it's just interesting how the pattern is changing during the seasons right now. And sometimes it shows up a little earlier and it's getting a little hotter, more humid. So I wanted to put hey there pumpkin because obviously I'm getting ready for fall. Fall is my favorite season. You know, all fall, all the holidays, my favorite. So I just love that. And then this is me like, you know, purchasing things and going with my mom and buying items and then kind of reading my books or looking through magazines. And then I wanted to put a book here and then another page here because we were also just kind of exploring nature. So this is definitely something I wanted to incorporate. And this is the booklet I was talking about. I went ahead and put that in here. And I found it so beautiful, right? Because there's so many colors. And I could buy the colors as well. I could literally just buy whatever colors I want. So if I want to like take these little pieces out, and I don't want to drop them all. So I'm trying to kind of see if there's one that'll come out on its own without me kind of like messing all of it up. So see, okay, so I could literally put watercolor paint, like they come in these little tubes, and I can literally buy whatever color I want and just kind of put it in there. But for now, this is perfect for me. I don't need something very, you know, over the top. I just wanted to experiment with it, and I wanted to collect this ephemera and put it in here because this is exactly what I purchased. Even my mom purchased like watercolors. And then I'm gonna draw like, or kind of incorporate what we're doing this weekend. So I'm leaving that space there. So as you can see, this has definitely become so much more than just my commonplace notebook for topics and subjects. It is truly evolving. And yes, all these are topics within my commonplace notebook. Like I have mood and thoughts here, I have pop culture, I have articles, content, books, happy meal. Like this would be considered happy meal, even though, or happy meal, even though I didn't purchase it like via a shop and it got mailed to me. I just went to Michael's to get this beautiful little watercolor set. It's very portable. I can use it wherever. I don't need that much water, and it's quick and easy to clean up. And here are the watercolor little tubes I was telling you about. So they have such an assortment, and if I ever want to go back and be like, what color do they have? What colors do I want to get? I can do that. And I pasted vellum literally on the page because I wanted to have the vellum there. And then I wanted to have other pages in here where I could just kind of flip over and look through. So this has completely become something where my diary and my thoughts are in here and I'm writing things in it, and I can literally just write down a feeling or a mood, or if I get inspiration, right? Like I did today, I got inspiration from this and just kind of wanting to write that meaning and feeling and capture the moment, and that's what I did. I wrote a blurb because most of my writings, whenever I get inspired just to write anything that's pertaining to life or a moment, I will write a short paragraph or like 3 or 4 lines. So it's like a little, you know, mini poem. You could look at it, or, you know, very short paragraphs. And I really do appreciate that. So that is where I'm at with this notebook. I get questions and then I just kind of review questions from my audience and I get back to them. And then I take those questions and kind of see how I can answer more of them, or just kind of go over things more in depth in case others have ideas or are wondering if they could use a specific little notebook. And for me, you know, she has definitely evolved. She's still definitely categorized. Have I stamped? Have I used my circles lately? No, but if I wanted to, I could easily just incorporate that and start including that in. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, bye.